Here on my phone, I can see that I already received a notification of that appointment, the new appointment that I have today. And if we open the propmap app, the first thing we can see is all the appointments that I have today. So I'm logged in here as the field worker Gustavo Silva. If we go back, I can see that I already did 2 appointments in the morning, 1 got cancelled, another appointment in the afternoon, and I still have 1 appointment to go. Here you can see basic details of the appointment, the time, the discipline, the name of the tenant, and if we click on the card, it opens the appointment information. On the Info tab, we have the same basic information as before, as well as the detailed address. And if I click on the address, it opens my favorite GPS app. I'm gonna go back to our appointment. We can also start tracking the time that I work on this appointment. I'm not gonna do that yet. And we have information about the tenant. So I can see here that I have a note to call the tenant before the visit. So I can just click here to call the tenant directly. I'm gonna go back to our appointment. Now the way the prop maps organize the information is everything left of the Info tab is information about the project. Everything to the right is steps that I need to do on this appointment. So let's start on the left, going to the activity stream. Here we have everything that happened on this project. So I can filter it and see, for example, every call that we did to the tenant. I can also filter all the notes that was made. So I can see here that John made a note saying that the tenant sent a photo of the boiler. And also a note from Annelise saying that the tenant prefers appointments on the afternoon. So to access that photo of the boiler, I can either filter here to see the photos that was uploaded or the event that happened when the photo was uploaded, or we can actually use the Photos tab here. So I can see every photo that was uploaded, taken on this project. So I only have 1 photo now, which is the boiler of the tenant. I can also see documents. So I can see that this is a document that gives me details about the boiler. So I can see manuals, or the office can give me further information that helps me on my job. Okay, so going back to the info, I think we are good to go. Let's start the project. So notice that if I start doing any of the checks of the job, the app is going to request me to start the timer first. So it's important that we are tracking the time that I spent on each job. So notice that now we have the appointment in progress. It changed color, and I have a timer tracking how long I've been working on this project. So this workflow was developed with a customer where they wanted a photo of the building before you start the job. The main reason is they want to make it easier for the next appointment. Another engineer can recognize the building faster. So I'm gonna upload here a photo of the building. Now let's say I'm inside the job. I wanna start the work, so I'm gonna add a pre-photo. Of course I could be using the camera, but I'm gonna use the gallery here. So you can see that I can upload multiple photos at once. On the next session we can add what work I have done. So I can say here that I did a standard maintenance, or if I had any new work differently done, I can add it here. Same thing with the materials. So for example, I can add, let's say, this material that I use 4 of them, just as an example. Here we're also recording the heating unit of this job. So I'm gonna add a photo of the appliance, so we can collect the serial number and all the details. I can crop the photo here. We can go ahead and add all the other information. And at the end we can confirm this heating maintenance report. And we can use this plus button to keep on adding more heating units if that's the case, if the house has more than 1 heating unit that we're working on. Finally, we can give this to the tenant or whoever opened the door for us to confirm that we did this job, and they can add additional signature, save, so we don't need to do any paperwork on site. And then we have some final checks here. Make sure you clean the area, pack all the equipment, and let's add a photo of the job when completed. So let's find a nice photo here. Let's say yes, it looks all clean like that. If we finish all the steps that were required, we can actually go ahead and finish and stop the timer. We can also report any issue that happened on site, so we can let the office know. I'm just going to go ahead here and press no. Good, so now we have all the jobs of the day done. We can go home. It's also important to know that we can, at any job, at any time, report an issue about that job, or upload further photos, or add a note with a photo attached. So I'm just going to cancel this and go back. What else can we do in the mobile app? We can also check work that we're going to do in the future dates, or even go back and see work that we did on the past days. So I can see here on the 25th of March, those are the jobs I did. And we can also access those jobs and see the information about it. We can also check here the contacts of the company in case I need to call someone else to ask any questions, so it make it easy here to just go and call someone. We can check my calendar if I have any holidays booked or any other leave schedule, bank holidays, we can see it here. And that was a quick overview of the mobile app for field workers. Remember that all the information that we added here is automatically sent to the office, so they have a live update of what's happening on site.